Hey guys, welcome to TSP. What's up everyone? So we've got another eBay EDC episode for you, and it is actually the final part of the eBay EDC, my everyday carry bag that I put together solely from items and things that I bought cheaply on eBay. And here is the bag in its finished form. There you can see it. Let me just zoom out. It's pretty small, pretty compact. You can see it from the side. We've got our canteen on there. You can wear it on your back or crossbody. It has another little folder in there that you can tuck your handgun in if you needed to. It's got some other mole straps on the side. You can carry it with a handle, or as I said, over your back. Now I actually got the bag off of eBay for $10, something around there, 10 or 11 bucks, and the final items have arrived. So let me just take this off the table. I'll put you on pause and get the new items out that arrived just this week, and then we'll have a little look at everything else that's inside. Okay, so I got that off the table. Now the first thing that did arrive was these. I actually got 5 of these. It was a set of 5 of these little orange things that have waterproof lighters, waterproof matches in. So there's 20 in each one, and as I said, I had 5 of these, so I've managed to put these into the bag in various places, in various of those little shock boxes that I have. We will be getting those out in a little while. So I picked up 100 of these. I think that was about $3.86. It's got a strike on the side there. Very handy thing to have. So there's 100 waterproof, windproof matches. Now the other thing I picked up, this was $3, and it is one of those little paracord bracelet type things, but this is a 6-in-1. I don't know if you can see there, it does have a little digital clock on it, which is saying 9:16, which is pretty much keeping decent time. And what else has it got? You can see there it's got a little whistle, and it also has a compass, but we're not done there. If we give the compass a little twist, it's also got a little knife blade that slides into there. And believe it me, it took me forever to figure out that you had to twist the blade to lock it, because I was sticking it in and it kept falling out. I'm like, oh my god, that's just shit. How are you supposed to do that? And then if by accident I twisted the compass, and it locks it in place. And the other thing I've got in here, if I can fish it out, is a little bit of a magnesium. So I think it's still got that plastic cover stuff on it, but that would be a little magnesium flint that you could start a fire with. So that was a pretty cool and handy little gadget for less than $4, just for the knife alone. That's a pretty handy. It's got a little bit of an edge on it as well, so that's a cool little item I picked up as well. The only trouble is with a lot of these items, it takes absolutely forever to come. Most of this stuff comes from China and does have free shipping, which is why it does seem to take an eternity for some of these items to arrive, and sometimes I wonder how on earth they make money. So those are, put those couple of items over there. But the coolest thing that I've got that probably is in the EDC bag is this little item. And it's got a little, I think we might need to charge it, but it's the crank radio. So you can see we've got a little aerial there.
It's typical when we rip a bathroom apart to find a little mold where the shower used to be.
So there you go, you can see it works. That's AM frequency, and it's got the weather band, AM and FM on there. The other thing that it is it's got a solar panel on the top that you can charge it solar via solar power, and also it's got this little crank, and you can see there that the red light's on, and this is another way that you can charge it up. Not only that, it also has here, you can charge it up by USB, and it also has a charger, so you can charge your cell phone on it. And the last thing it has is a flashlight, which is pretty strong actually. So I think that's saying it does need charging. I'm not sure if it does or not. Maybe that's because there's a light on it that is charging. That might be, yeah, that could well be it. it's charging off of the light there. So that was the other thing I picked up, and I think this was $24. It's not exactly cheap, but a very, very useful and handy item. So it's a, you know, a power bank, it's a flashlight, it's a radio, and as I said, you can charge it either by the sun, by light, or crank it up yourself, and you can also plug it into a USB to charge it. So those were the new items and the last things that I was waiting for my eBay EDC, and it's now 9:20. So that was pretty cool. I kind of liked that as a little item. $3 just for the knife, I think, was what really sparked my eye towards this. But also, you know, it does have the watch, which is kind of handy, and as I said, this, what more do you need to know? It's a very, very handy and smart little item, keeping you know, informed of what's going on, providing there is radio to be picked up. But that was that. So I'm going to put you on pause now and hopefully try to get everything out in front of you. Alrighty, so I've got everything out of the bag onto the desk in front, and as you can see, there is quite a lot of stuff without even opening up this stuff. And the other thing I did do, you may or may not seen a video I made before I picked up my community strike last week, called MRE repackaging, rat fucking, and that's what a term that Smitty gave to me in what the military call when they downsize their MREs. So what I did is I've rat fucked one of my eBay, I picked up the out-of-date MREs a little while ago, and I had two MREs that I tossed into my Dollarama bug-out bag. So basically what I did is I took both of them out, and I condensed them and downsized them into this, which does fit perfectly into the eBay EDC and does provide me with around 24 hours worth of food, around 2,500 calories. So in here I've got 3 entrees, a couple of wheat breads, I've got some coffee, I've got some sugar, some peanut butter, some jelly, that type of stuff. So as I said, enough food for 24 hours, or if I really had to stretch it out, I could probably last a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 days with 1 entree a day and some of the snacks in there. So that does give me a food support, an emergency food supply, as well as in here we've got the little emergency sleeping bag stroke tent. So I've got shelter, I've got food, I've got ways to make fire, I've got a life straw here, I've got a water canteen, and you can see we've got the cup on there. I've got a little first aid kit here, which you can see. Just move a couple of these items out of the way. So you've already seen our cool little crank radio. So let's have a look what's in this little box. So I've got 3 of these, and these all keep everything together nice and tidily, and very compact. And with this, it does fit very nicely and organized into the bag. I can just grab whichever one I need without having to root through. So in this one, as you can see, we've got some more waterproof lighters. I've got a fire strike. I think there's a knife in there. There's a little key knife and a whistle there. A couple of fishing kits. Let me just show you the little knife. Look at that. That's cute, right? Pretty cool, pretty cool. So it does have a little locking mechanism on it. There we are. So that's some stuff in there. A couple of fishing kits. As I said, fire strike. There is a little knife in there also. And some of these waterproof matches. I've got to get everything in the way it come out, or it won't close. As you can see, get a little bit of a problem if you don't get everything in the way it should be. So that was what was in that one, the smallest one, then the medium size one. Now, as I say, you can watch the entire playlist and see me unwrap all of these items and look into them one by one in depth if you like. So in here, again, we've got some more waterproof matches. I've got another flashlight. I've got 2 slingshots, one of which is the cool cat brass knuckles slingshot. I got a carboner, I believe, in there, 2 slingshots, and 200 steel balls of ammunition for the slingshots. How useful or handy that would be, who knows. And in this larger container, I'll just give you a little quick glance as to what we have in there. Again, we have more fireproof, not fireproof, wind and waterproof matches. I've got some cordage. You can see I've got a tactical pen here. I got another 2 of these little paracord bracelets. Got some soluble fuel there. I've got another knife, another flashlight that also has a battery in it, ready to go. Again, I'm going to try and keep this all in some kind of order so it goes back in properly. So there's our cordage and the knife. I think that went like that. We've got that one at the back. Maybe those 2 went there. Got some little moldy tool things here. One of those. Got a couple of saws in there, like those finger saw things. And so I don't really want to get everything out because it can be a little bit tedious getting it all back in. I've got a space blanket under there. I've got a little tiny space heater stove type thing. Yeah, let's take some more of it out. So there you go. There's my stove for heating up my water and meals. And as I said, we've got some fuel tabs there. We've got some cordage to help put up our tents and things. You can never have enough cordage. And obviously we've got these paracord things. So let's put those back in there. Space blanket went like that, I believe. That went on top. And then we've got this little tiny knife there. You can kind of put that onto your fingers if need be. Got a little leather sheath, and that was only a couple of bucks. Cute little item as well. I think they went in like that. They went like that, I think, and that went in the back. Don't forget to put our little moldy tool in. So that's pretty stocked and equipped in there. Some handy little items and gadgets. And clips up nicely. As I said, we've got our life straw there that we can use as a filtration system. And this here, I'm not going to take it out, is actually a waterproof Mac. It's a coat that you can put on. It's quite long, quite large, so I can put this over the top of what I'm wearing. It has a hood and will keep me dry, and I can also use that as some kind of shelter if need be. So that's pretty much everything that is in the eBay EDC, and as I said, every single item come from eBay, and the majority of it did come from China. Cheap shit I find on eBay from China was going to be the title to this playlist, but the eBay EDC, there's our little radio there, still charging under the light, and there is our 24-hour rat-fucked homemade ration type thing. So we've got everything we could possibly need, and as you saw, it was all very, very small. So I'm going to put you on pause and get it all back into the bag for you. And there you have it, everything back in. Let me just zoom out so you can see. Everything is back in. You can give it a little bit of a... Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at on the TV. Nothing exciting. There you can see the temperature and the time. So there we go. We've got our little paracord thing on the front. Our canteen on the front. We've got the little tent in there. In this front pouch here, almost custom made, is the MRE. And everything else is gone in the main compartment inside. So there are a couple of bulges, which is okay, I guess, but everything fits in there. It's not exactly lightweight, but it's not exactly overly heavy. It's very small, it's very compact. You could toss this in the back of your car, you could toss this somewhere in your office, or in your locker at work, something like that if need be. And you got yourself a little to-go bag, get me home bag, EDC, whatever you need. And as I said, I don't work too far away from home, only about a 30-40 minute walk if I really needed to do it. So I don't really need to be carrying this with me every single day. But if I was going a little bit further away from home, or maybe out on a road trip or something, this would be something that would be, you know, just chunk in the trunk of the car, and you could have there for peace of mind. As I said, it offers me with shelter. I've got a food supply, I've got fire lighting, I've got a coat, knives, slingshots, lots of stuff. So kind of proud of this little project, along with the Dollarama bug out bag, and it's been kind of fun looking for the parts and items and the components to put in this thing to make a complete little everyday carry. And you too, if you wanted to, could also take to eBay and find yourself some other cool and interesting survival gadgets, just like I did, and put together your own eBay EDC bag if you so wish. So I might do a little bit more tinkering around and try and get some of those bulges out if I can. But as I said, I can wear it on my back, I can wear it crossbody, or just toss it in the corner. And if I ever need it, I can grab it and I'm good to go. And along with my Dollarama bug out bag and my eBay EDC, I'm going to be pretty stocked. I got weapons, I got shelter, food, everything I could possibly need in the eventuality of an emergency. Whether or not these will be providing me any actual survival benefits in a real life shit hit in the van situation, who knows? I've never really used these type of things before, although, you know, when I was a kid we did used to make tents and stuff out of blankets and rope and such things. So I'm not really sure, but will it give me a better chance of surviving with it than if I didn't have it? Quite possibly. And as I said, let's hope the day comes, the day never comes, should I add, that we have to find ourselves having to put, sorry, I'm just rearranging the little mascot corner. As you can see, it is getting a little bit busy over there. That's it, nice and aligned. And we do got ourselves a new selfie stick also that we are using to make these videos, as my last two broke. But anyway, thanks for watching. Shit video production, TSP TV. Next one, keep it thrifty.